Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm sorry for the delay. There had been a bit of problem with the connection. Okay, but it's okay. I'll start with the introductory speech. So my name is Adi from Sabah, Malaysia, and I will be your host for tonight. I hope that everyone is doing fine, and thank you for tuning in to this broadcast tonight. For more info, please go to our JPO Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter page, and don't forget to press like and follow button. For Zoom attendee, please answer the following poll so that our next broadcast experience could be improved. If there is any question that you would like to ask our guest tonight, please type it down at the Q&A below. JPO are very honored to be able to invite Alenka Zupan with the topic Music is Life. Alenka Zupan is one of the most known Slovenian flutists and an extraordinary flute teacher who is firmly devoted to flute education and development. She started her flute studies in Koper and continued in Ljubljana, Slovenia. Alenka studied at two faculties, Ljubljana Pedagogic Faculty and Ljubljana Academy of Music in the class of Professor Fetja Rupel, where she graduated with greatest distinctions. She continued her postgraduate study at Accademia Italiana del Flauto, Rome, Italy, with Professor Raymond Giot, Giot and at École Normale de Musique de Paris, France, with Professor Christian Cheret. In September 2006, she completed a master degree program, Special Didactic of Playing Flute at the Academy of Music in Ljubljana. She regularly performed in solo concerts in Slovenia, in Europe, Thailand, and the United States. Alenka Zupan is known as an excellent and successful flute and chamber music professor at Copper Music School since 1997 and at Copper High School Art School since 1999. With her students, she has made a series of exceptional successes in competition at home and abroad and prepared them to further flute studies. Alenka organizes every summer flute workshop for a young flutist named Piccolo in Bled, Slovenia International Flute Festival, Flauistra in Koper, fourth edition biannual. Slovenia and many workshop and seminar for flute teacher and students. In 2009, she published 3 manuals for flute entitled Exercises for Flute 1, 2, and 3. In 2004, she published manual for the youngest flute 5 students titled A Journey with Five. In 2015, she upgraded her collection with the manual for flute students entitled A Journey with Flute. In 2016, she received the Fran Gerbisch Award for Outstanding Contribution in Music Education from Slovenian Music Schools Association. Now, without further ado, let us invite Alenka Zupan for the interview. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi there, Alenka. I'm sorry for the delay on my video. I had a bit of problem with my camera, so it's okay. Okay. Can you tell us more about the video we have seen at the beginning of the broadcast?
Yes, this was done in 2018 in capital city of Kosovo, Pristina. It was a project for young musicians, and I was there to teach flute and prepare students for orchestra. So they were also preparing the parts for playing with orchestra. So it was there when I met with many great musicians, also with viola player who invite me to have this interview with you. So Tony Sharrock, so from Liverpool. So I met him there. So yes.
Okay. Let me check with my audio first.
Yes, I can tell also about this piece. This piece is from done from Gal Hartman. He is our local composer, and he wrote this piece Flautinka for me. And Paolo Marzocchi on the piano player is from Italy. He was accompanying me with this piece in for the concert. So this piece is really very funny because
Mhm.
it's like putting inside all the emotions. So it's like flautinka, it's a little flute in Slovene language. So
Mhm.
it's about all emotions from sadness to happiness and joyfulness. And so the end is like that. So pretty much like me. Okay.
All right. Now let's move on with the first question. What does music mean to you?
Yes, music for me is life. What this mean? This mean that from little I was always connected with music. I could feel sound inside me. So if we know that, for example, the scientists now in this era knows that that music is vibration, so music is energy, and so you can feel with every sound, you can feel inside your body the vibrations. So that was exactly with me like that. I was feeling when I was little.
Mhm.
And so I was singing, I was playing flute. I like a lot to play in wind orchestra, in the many chamber music, and like chamber with accordions, or the clarinet, piano, whenever, guitar, everything. So I was enjoying playing because that was the time when I was alone with me, with myself, and all with all emotions, so it was like speaking to myself, cleaning all these stuff which is bothering me, and things like that. So it was like a shelter, when I could be with myself.
I see. Okay, now let's move on with the second question. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, a little bit
Okay.
low, but it's okay.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. What is important to you in playing on stage and playing to people?
Yes. Uh, for me, it's very important that I give myself all of myself. So it's like I'm there for people. I'm there for audience. I'm there for giving all I have. This is my life. So it's very personal. Everyone has their own experience in life. So I'm sharing all my experience on the stage. So for me, it's like gift, from from God that I have. So I must share it, and so it's very important to be yourself, not to be somebody else or try to be somebody else. To be identically, yourself. So this is for me playing.
I see. Okay. Many students have stage fear, which is a big obstacle. What is your teaching method to help students to overcome stage fear?
Yes, stage fear is, I can say, common thing for musicians, but someone can really struggle with that. Someone doesn't have problems at all. In the beginning, when we are children, when we begin to play instrument, it's not it's a joy, to play. You don't think about that, that you are playing to somebody, and what should they will think about you, or things like that. But then when you come to teenager age, then comes the problems that you think you think about what other things. So this is the main problem. We are a little bit frustrated about that. But for my students, I always try to encourage them to play from the heart. When you are playing from inside out, then you are fearless, because your heart, you have love. You have love. We are all love. So when you are playing, you are giving, and so there is no place of fear. So if you are giving, then you are clean of all fears. And of course, with encouragement, you can help children to play how they really know to play. And because in the classroom it's all okay, and then on the stage it's totally different, situations. So
Yes.
they must be used that feeling. But of course, there are many methods now in these days that can help to relax, to relieve this stress, and prepare yourself more to be on stage fearless. No, so one of things that I recommend is meditation. Of course, when the teachers teach students how to be in themselves, so they relax, they go inside, they connect with themselves inside. So you must really be prepared, of course. You must know the piece from back to the front, to the beginning. So technically, you must know the piece, and then of course it's this part which comes from the heart. So you are all inside the music and all inside this sound. You must know how to manage your instrument, but also you must give out. So not to be shy, be yourself and give it out. So it's like a work of Hercules, with big muscles. But okay, with the time, with practice, maybe the first situation on stage will not be good, but then later, and it will be easier. Of course, I can tell also this, that in orchestra, for example, your orchestra or whatever orchestra, it's easier to play, easier, because there are many people playing together. So in many people, they can help each other, they can encourage each other, and so the music came out easily than as a solo player.
Okay, now, is there a comparison between a young adult and children on their stage fright?
I think it's more complex. When we are getting older,
Mhm.
we try to put inside many things in our minds. So our mind, I think, it's our enemy, or our strength. So it depends how we use it. When we are children, we don't think about. We just go on the stage and we play. We are free. When you look to young children, when they're going out on the stage, they're enthusiastic, and play, and they're happy that mother is there and father and whoever. But when we get older, yes, the I think it's about the thinking which influence on our emotion. So yes, it's difficult then when we get too much stress because of these thoughts, and these thoughts are worries. What now will came now will come this moment, a passage which is very very difficult, what to do now. I mean, it must be very concentrated then. But also, I must say that the on stage, it's a moment. It's everything about this moment. So it's now. Everything. When you play. It's already in the past. So what to bother about the past? It's not use. And what to bother about the future, because you don't know what will come. So it's very important to be here, to be now, there, and nothing else. To give everything you have inside out, and that's it. I don't hear you. Sorry. Your microphone is off.
I see. Sorry. It seems like you are giving a life advice.
Yes, yes. For me, I'm a teacher, you know. So I'm when I was little, really, really, the first thing I knew it was that I will be a teacher, and then the second thing was yes, I will be a flutist. Okay, so these two all together comes together. So it was like naturally comes to me naturally. So yes, everything I do, I'm doing like a teacher and flutist, so both together. Yeah.
So between this education and performing, which do you prefer?
Oh, I must say first, I don't know, both is you know is all together, because the teaching part is more rational, and of course you can feel children, but it's not that you give yourself. It's totally different. Music it's art, and teaching is also okay art, but it's knowledge, experience. But music is like, you can give really what you have inside. You can't give out in the words what you have inside. You can't. Music is really special. It's really totally different magical word, I can say. So for me it's all together. They can't be, because if I wouldn't be a flutist, I wouldn't be a good teacher. So if it's like that. So it's both together.
Okay. Uh, this is for our audience tonight. If there is any question that you would like to ask our guest tonight, please write it down at the Q&A below, or for YouTube live viewer, type it out at the comment section. Okay, Alenka, today there are many excellent musicians and comparison between them. What is your opinion about competitions?
Yes. Competitions in these days, in this era we are living now, it's very common. It's if you don't compete, if you don't go to competitions, you're not good musicians. So for me also, when I was little, I competed a lot. So as a flutist solo, and also with chamber music and with orchestras and things like that. But then after, when I also with my students, we went to many competitions, international, Slovenian, and etc. But I was in same time I was very happy, for the result. And in the same time I was very sad for all those who were behind us. And I in the years they come, in 2007 I organized one competition in Koper, Flautistra. And this was first competition with many prizes. And first prize was flute, second prize was piccolo, like that, very big prizes. And after 5 years I couldn't do it, because this is biannual, every second year. And I couldn't organize anymore like that, because I was struggling with myself that the music is not competition. You can't compete in the music. Why? Because everybody is special. Everyone has her own experience, his own knowledge, and life. And you have totally different life than me. So how can I compare, with you, or you with me? This is totally, it's a little bit illusion, I say, because there can be the first one. It's not impossible, because you also give everything, you have in that moment out, and I give also everything I have in out. So it's really, really not right to do it. I think that Schumann or some composers said, very known composers said that the competition is for horses, you know. And so we are not horses. No, we are persons. We have feelings. We have, our experience in life, and we are unique. All is unique. I say to my students, you mustn't compare to each other. You are you, and he is he, or she is she, and you have your own story, which you tell through music, nothing else. So okay, sometimes I don't say that it's not good to listen. Yeah, of course, you can learn a lot from others. Of course, we can all learn from each other. So this is the growing of process of life, of course. But to compete, to get the point, 1.00 or 1.01, oh God. I was in many also juries, and when I saw these poor children, students and teachers and parents behind who were crying, after, or I don't know, were disappointed about the results, but they knew that the children did their best, you know, and was for me very disappointing recognition. It was really inside seeing, what this mean to other people, to all. I'm the best, for example, in this moment, but the next moment it's already next one who is better than me. So after that, I said no more competitions. And I decided, I think I was the first one in Slovenia, maybe also abroad, I don't know. But yes, I was first one in Slovenia who decided to not to go to any competition anymore with my students, because I don't want to put them in that situation. That situation was made from economy, the economy is competing, who had the more, sold out things or things like that. But in music, no, this is music, it's art, and it's no go. So after that, I organized Flautistra with a festival. So every student, how do you say, go on stage, prepare the free program, and we have the jury, but jury was there only to write their opinion, so pedagogically it's more important to get feedback,
Yes.
yeah. And there was very known flutists, around the world, Mario Caroli, Yasmin Choi, and others. So they were writing down the opinion about their playing and suggestions. How can you resolve these things? Maybe they heard already from teacher these things, but when somebody important, very known person said, write down everything. So it's really getting inside the students. So yes, after that I said I will do like that. So we have a festivals for students. So this is one of possibilities, that you go on stage, you play to the people, and you get the response from the well-known flutists, and you don't compete to each other. And there was a really amazing atmosphere in this festival, because they were all happy, parents were happy, students were happy, so nobody was crying, So yes, this is my experience, of course, but this is my opinion, I don't want to influence anybody, but maybe I can inspire. Okay.
I mean, it's already inspiring for me to hear that. It's my first time hearing about performance getting a feedback from a critic. Isn't that right? So it's much more on interpretation that you're talking about, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's everybody have different taste in music, so it's up to them how to think, how to interpret. Right? Okay. So I think I get some how you feel about competition. So it's kind of great to have feedback after performance, because
Yes.
like always, after we perform, we never hear anything about it anymore. And so we have a mention from YouTube by Verna Lisi, amazing program that music would bring united for people around the world. Love it. And from Lombok, Indonesia, we always love you, Alenka Zupan.
Yes, they are my friend. She is my friend. A very, very good singer. Because I was many times in Indonesia, so maybe next time I will visit also you when this COVID virus, go away. So we will see each other maybe. And yes, the competition in the music, I think it's a little bit big question for all others, and it's as you said, it's more important that to get feedback, but of course in the end you decide what to accept and what you change, because all are different, all people are different, all musicians are different.
All right. Now let's move on with the next question. You regularly do workshop and awareness and overcoming stage fear. What do you recommend to students with stage fear?
Yes, as I already said, of course, you must be technically very prepared. You must know the piece. You must know the behind what is going on. Here I am speaking about the stage fear on stage to the children workshop, and of course, we must really have this moment in on the stage when you must forget of everything heard around and just be yourself. So it's all about the moment now, and what you can give to the audience when you are on the stage. So of course there are some techniques you can help with. I was also asking myself, how can I help students, to overcome the fear on stage? And I went to one workshop, which was for managers here in Italy, and I recognized that this technique can help. It's a very simple technique to go inside yourself, to be with person which is sitting in front of you very calm, and then this can help you to make the distance, on the stage. So you are playing two people which are very, very far away, but still they are there. They are looking to you. And so you must be aware of that, not to go away with the mind, on the beach and be there. No, no, you must be there. This is your job. This is you are there to play. So the consciousness is very important, about the body, about your mind, about your emotions. And of course, whatever you feel from the piece you are playing. If you are playing, for example, very sad piece, you must give all the sadness inside. So you must know all the emotions, not only happiness, but also anger, also jealousy, or aggressiveness, or fear, for example. And so you must know how to play it. So through music, through sound, you are like an actors in the film, in the movies, or in the theater. So you must have this inside, recognize it, and then put it out. But of course, you must also distinct from this. So you know that you have this inside, and you just put it give it out, not put. Okay, so within touch with ourselves, we must we must know what we have inside, and of course, to be happy, to love what we are doing. If you don't love to play, then it's a big problem. You know, you must, I encourage also the parents who are listening now that encourage their children, you know, they support them, go to performances, you know, to encourage. And if there are also there are ups and downs, you know, of course we are all people and we are human beings, so this is something natural. And in these low situations it's very important that you have somebody who support you, you know, who give you straight, and that you go on. Of course, the other thing is to listen to yourself always, not to listen the, you know, what you see outside you, but to listen to yourself. For me, for example, I never thought that I will study in Paris. You know, it just came like that. I wasn't pushing. I want to go to Paris. No, just, you know, like coming from up. You know, go. Opportunities will come. Everything will come. So just don't be patient. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. And of course, if you have this love inside with the music, you can give it out. So the public will feel it. So that's it.
All right. Now, in the time of COVID-19, what do you recommend students to be motivated?
Yes, in this situation, we can still practice, of course. Yeah. And if we don't have, of course, we don't have opportunities to play on stage, but we can do recordings. For example, we can listen to ourselves first. So be a little bit. I say always to my students, listen to yourself as somebody else is listening to you. So outside yourself. So you're not emotionally attached to your playing, you know, and not to be afraid to hear the critics, you know, you must correct this note, you must do the slur here, or things like that. So this is nothing wrong, you know. We are all growing up with the playing, and the life is always changing, and we are improving ourselves in every moment, every day. So this is opportunities, and I think we must use this situation for growing inside, you know, to listen to ourselves from the recordings, or you can send these recordings to some people to listen to, and to write to you what they can be, what can they change, or maybe suggestions, you know, to get suggestions. Also, I have a chamber music also. For example, now we are working from home, and I have trio, you know, two flutes and piano, and this is very difficult because they can't play together online. No, it's the delay, you know. With this technology, we don't have right technology right now, you know. And they did the recordings to each other, so they are all playing together. I mixed this together in program, you know. So, for example, two flutes together, so the pianist can play with two flutes. And, for example, one first flute and piano together, so the second flute is playing alone at home, you know, practicing. And you can do a performance there for your family or whatever, friends, or also online or whatever. So this is one thing that is funny, and something new that we can learn, okay, with this all this technology. And of course, to send these recordings to teacher, to listen to our colleagues or whatever, you know. Okay, performing online, this is also very, very good. If you have the pianist, or, you know, two people, it's okay. But in the other hand, this is also time that you find your own method that is functioning for you. So this is the time that you can recognize what I feel when I play, you know, and do the research, what is working for you, what is not working for you, that is still giving you joy, you know, because music is life, I say, because it's all around us. Also, when you go out, when you walk on the nature, you hear the birds, you hear the sound of nature, and all around, it's all around us. So maybe this is the time to go inside, to reflect a little bit, and to recognize what music means to you.
Okay. JPO is an organization with limited funding which conduct activities like the outreach program. What advice would you give to us besides organizing concerts, workshops, and music camps?
Yes, this is very, very good, because I think you continue with this, because I heard before that you're giving the opportunities also to the children, which are socially not in very good conditions. So this is opportunity that they can have to improve themselves and to learn music. If I will be the, how do you say, the main chief on the planet, I will say I will say that all people must play one instrument at least. So try, because why? I must tell this, I must tell. You know, our music is only art in this earth, on this earth, that is connecting left and right brain. So it's like when you are playing, for example, also to listen to the music, classical music, then your brain is like boom, explosion, like volcans. We have many centers, and music connects these centers. So music is only art that can help you develop all the centers we have in our brain. And we know that we use only 10% of our brain. So if you are using music, if you are playing music, you can learn also better mathematics, languages, and other things. So it's very, very good. And so I again, I say to parents to encourage the children, to students to play instrument. And so I wish you will continue this work with all the workshops, all the seminars and concerts, and maybe not competitions, but festivals, of course. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for the advice you gave to us. All right. Now let's move on with the Q&A section for tonight. We have a bit of time to answer some questions. Okay. For the first one, hi, I am curious to learn about the popularity of classical music and flute playing in Slovenia. Is this a crucial part of the Slovenian culture?
Yes, I can say that the classical music is very, very important in Slovenia. We have many orchestras, symphonic orchestra, and also very good wind orchestras. And so the classical music, I think it's, I think I can say that we are in Europe the most developing country of classical music, because almost every town, city in our Slovenia has a music schools. So music schools in Slovenia are very I think they are 50, but of course we are 2 million people, and if you look but for 2 million people, that we have about 50 music schools, this is this is amazing. So a lot of children are going to music schools, learning instruments. So yes, I can say this is very important for us.
All right. For the next one, may I know how young can one start learning the flute? Do we need to start with other instrument before transitioning to the actual flute?
So in now in this era we have a very little flute. It's like it's named five flute, five, and with this five flute we can begin at 7 years old. So when you are 7 years old, you begin with five, and then you transit to flute. But you know, the mouth, how do you say, embouchure is the same, so the fingers are the same, and so you just transit to the big flute, and it's very easy. I'm working now on this with these flutes and these children from now, I think, about 10 years, and it's a very good progression because they don't have problems with fingers, with embouchure. They already know how to play. So 2 years they are working, or maybe one, they are working with this 5 flute, a little while, just like a toy, and they transit to flute traversa, this normal flute. So and then it's very easy. So yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Hello, from the photos, I can see you performing with a lot of different combination of instruments. Can the flute be more versatile in other aspects as well? Would you like to share with us, besides solo and chamber music, what can a flutist do?
Yes, of course. There is there are many possibilities, of course, but in okay, we have flute in classical music, but we have flute also in big bands, and we have flute in jazz. So this I know in these aspects, but on the other hand, if we don't look only, you know, this classical way, you know, okay, we have also the how do you say, the you know, Indian flute, for example, or you know, some folk instruments, flutes, you know. So there are many possibilities. How can you what can you do with flute, not with this classical one, you know. I was also playing the Indian flute from America, and it was something special because it's all wood, you know, and it has a special energy inside because you can feel, you know, the softness of the wood, and it's totally different music and totally different feeling. And yes, for me it was something special. So yes, I encourage to also to the others, you know, to play different flutes, not only classical instruments.
All right. Knowing that you have been traveling and performing a lot around the world, what are the challenges you came across?
Yeah. But you know, I never ask this question. This is really, I'm just doing, you know, it's not the challenges. Maybe, you know, when you come to some place that you don't know, for example, of course, it's first time, you know, when you came in the stay on the stage, which is 10 times bigger than you are used to, you know, or something like that, or maybe that there is no people there, or maybe you know, in performance there are only maybe 10 people, you know, what to do or things like that. But I never think that this is the problem, you know. Wherever I go, I'm there. My job, you know, it's not a job. My way of living is that I must give myself out. So everything I know, everything I have, I just give. And I think this is love, you know, love for what I'm doing, love for, you know, music, and love for people, and the audience can feel. It's not important if it's one there or there are 20 or 50 or 100, whatever, you know. It's not important. I'm there for the place, for because I think music is energy, and it's going out, and you are transforming, I can say, all you know, with your vibration, flute vibration, you know. So yes.
Let's move on with the last question for tonight.
Mhm.
Hi, Alenka. In your opinion, what is the best instrument for you to collaborate with besides the flute in performance?
Yeah. Uh, but I will not say that it's instrument that's important. It's not the instrument, it's a musician which is important, you know.
Ah,
It's important with whom you are playing, not what are you playing, what is he playing, you know, or she. it's about the connection, connection with people with whom you are playing. So for me, I can say that I changed a lot of pianists. I'm very sad about that, but it's very difficult to find the right, because we are different. It's not about the other person that is not, that is something wrong with with him or she. No, it's about myself. I must find the person who connect with me. So it's not important if it's pianist, if it's a guitar player or harp player or clarinet player or whatever, it's or singer or whatever. It's not important about what instrument, it's more important who is playing this instrument.
All right. Now, I'm sorry. This would be my last question. It's from me. Uh, before you chose to be an educator. What sparked your interest to become one?
What? Sorry, what?
What sparked your interest to become an educator?
This, sorry, this, I think this was just put in me when I was born. I wasn't. I knew immediately. I don't know when they asked me what I will come. I just said I will be a teacher. I didn't know how I will become teacher. I didn't know, what will happen in life, but I knew that I will be a teacher. My mother told me that when I was little, I think 5 or 4 years old, and we were in kindergarten, and I just pick up the children and take them out to walk on our our city. It was like tour. But
Okay.
yes, just alone. So and they followed me. So I don't know why, how, and things like that. They just happen. So I'm very very happy with this work. I must say, teaching work is for me the best job. But it's not a job; it's a living. Yeah.
So, is this because of your family, or is your parent a teacher too?
No, no, they are not teachers. No, my mother was a economist in the one not factory, but organization, and my father also he was many things. He did many things, but nobody was teacher. My mother, how do you say? She 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 likes to be a teacher, but she didn't. So, but all my mother was a singer in choir, singer from whenever I know. She was also singing in one band, and things like that. So, music is, I can say, in our family, of course, but not that they are professional, no, and they are not at all. My parents are not teachers, so this is not important. I say, if you have the parents who are supporting you, that encourage you, not only financially, because we know that flute is very expensive, but that they are supporting you, mentally, emotionally, all together, then this is not important what parents are doing.
I see. Okay. All right, everyone. We have come to the end of tonight's broadcast. For those who are awaiting for your answer for the Q&A, please stay back as Alenka will answer after this. If you want to rewatch and listen to this broadcast again, it will be available after this broadcast ends. The recording of this live broadcast will be available for you to watch at our YouTube page. We are doing this broadcast and with other topic every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast, and thank you for all the questions. Thank you everyone for making this broadcast to happen. And that's it for tonight. Be safe, and be healthy, and do stay at home. I will lead the prayer to end tonight's program, and please pray in whatever faith you believe in for COVID-19. So here goes. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma inni a'udzubika minal barasi wal junani wal Said has come. Allah, I seek your refuge from leprosy, insanity, mutilation, and from all serious illness. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yadhurru ma'ismi syai'un fil ardi wala fis sama wa huma al-sami'ul alim. In the name of Allah, we whose name nothing on the earth or in the heaven can cause harm. He is the all-hearing, the all-knowing. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. And Alenka, thank you again for being with us. The JPO would be very grateful for you to have you with us tonight. Thank you, Alenka. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you. All the
All right.
best. Bye.
Thank you. All right. Good night and see you all next time. Adios.